in terms of content, haven't shot like real porn scenes yet, right? Is this the closest thing?
This would be the closest thing. I like stepped my foot into it in like when I was 18. But that's a whole story of a giant agency making me want to fight them.
Really?
And so I stopped then, and then I was gonna shoot with another agency, and I have lupus, so like I have high ANAs, which is a red flag for HIV. So it comes up the same basically, not that you have HIV, it's just kind of like one of the signals to like do further testing.
What is lupus?
An autoimmune disease.
Okay.
So then I got tested through a different testing site like that we don't really use anymore, and it flagged my high ANAs as further testing. So I couldn't shoot with them, and then I freaked out that I had HIV. I was like 18.
Must have been a rough couple days.
Yeah, it was terrible. I don't, just lupus.
How long did it take before you
But did you know
realized?
you had lupus at that point?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
okay.
did. They called me right when they got the test saying like we need further testing. This like doesn't mean that you have it. It just kind of came up as like a red flag, and I had the test the next day, or the shoot the next day.
Oh, okay.
So I
Oh,
was like,
okay.
yeah, like I'm gotta go. I'm sorry. And so then I just started shooting with like there's like this bigger guy in Michigan. He's old. We shot a few times, but every time I would shoot with him, he would delete the scene and make me do it again.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What was
So
he was on some weird controlling? Like,
no, I don't know like what his problem was. Like he's in love with me. He still messages me. I've like
Did he
at
pay
least
you
once a month.
twice?
No. Mm-mm.
And
would you
you
say
did the scene again?
It was like 3 scenes in a day, and each time he just deleted it.
you said a bigger guy in Michigan? Does that mean just like a sort of like solo
He's
content creator type dude?
I don't know. He doesn't have like a company or anything. He introduced me to Hussey. But
Sketchy.
Sounds
it was
very
super
sketchy.
sketchy. Yeah, but I was 18 trying to make a name with after that whole agency situation. I was like, okay, I got to do this on my own.
Uh-huh.
Um,
This
so
guy was coming 6 times a day or what? Like, how
no,
is this
he
even
didn't come in
possible?
the scene.
He never came.
No, he would fake a cream pie.
Oh Lord, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, it was really bad. So I
You
was
need
like,
to out this guy so no one ever fucks him.
I don't think he has a career anymore. I think it went down for him.
Wow. We're
Um,
so used to being on the like safer, more professional side of
yeah,
the industry that sometimes we just hear stuff and we're like,
this
oh
is all like
fuck.
pre like content trade too. This is like when it was like $1,000 for a scene. You never get to see it, or if they're nice to you, they'll give you money and give you the
How
scene.
did you meet this guy though? Because most people are shooting with people that they have references for, you know?
So I was on like there's like a website where like you post like job listings for the industry.
Okay.
I don't remember what it's called.
Fucking Craigslist ads.
Yeah, basically Craigslist ads. And he was like, hey, like I'm native to Michigan too. I'll be back there for family. Like, let's get together. And I was like, who are you? Like, what is this? And he sent me all of his like it was like ManyVids at the time, Pornhub, and like all
Even though
that.
anyone can make a profile of
Yeah,
those.
and he had a decent following and a decent like repertoire, I guess we'll say, of girls that had worked with him. Nobody
Okay.
giant.
Yeah, because for one of these dudes, that's all you need is you just need like a couple of good, like if you banged a couple of well-known chicks,
Yeah.
all the lesser-known chicks are going to assume that things went well with them, even though
Yeah.
it might not
No, and
have
I
at
know my
all.
videos are like his top sellers still.
Oh shit.
So good for him. And so I didn't really want to shoot it much after that. And then I was fucking like this EuroLeague guy. He let me film with him a bunch. And then 2020 hit. I didn't do anything through 2020. And 2022, I shot with someone, and it was like one of the worst, like most berating experiences of my life.
Why? What happened?
Oh, so it was like early 2022. I met a good friend out of it, so it's fine. But I was gonna shoot with this guy. He's like a POV guy, and he wanted to come to me in Michigan. I was like, cool. Like I don't have to go somewhere. Perfect. None. So everything was going good. I got tested. I had COVID,
Hmm.
and they were doing the COVID test with the STD test. So I came back negative, of course, because I had COVID. So he threw a fit. I already bought my flight. I already did this. I'm like, okay, but like I have COVID, so I'm negative. Like I can show you everything else. He's like, no, I want you to take a COVID test right now and show me the results. So I take like an at-home COVID test, show him the results and everything, and now he makes me buy his next flight. He's staying in my office at my house, and I have to feed him the whole time he's there. And the whole time he was over, I mean, like, he's eating like monstrous amounts of food.
How long did he stay with you?
A weekend. It was like a holiday weekend, so it was like a 4-day weekend.
Is this a guy who's been like publicly outed on Twitter and stuff?
Yeah.
Is it the Heaven
No.
Nut guy? Oh,
No.
no. What's his name?
Should I?
I'm not gonna. We'll cut this out. Yeah.
It's
It sounds kind of familiar.
yeah,
know
he's like really cocky. He's a POV kind of guy. He's cocky because when he's like a normal person, he's like has like a million followers and like he's
Oh,
just
okay.
Maya and me met through him.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, it was bad. But so yeah, I'm paying for his food and everything, and like he's just sitting on his phone like talking on like Clubhouse, I think it was called.
In your house?
Yeah, like
Where all the legends of society hang out.
yeah, and like I'm
Shut
saying like
up.
just screaming like on Clubhouse, and he's like trying to edit the video, but he's not doing anything. We're supposed to shoot 3 scenes. It's been like a day and a half and we haven't shot anything yet. And then like it's just then we start to shoot, and mind you, I haven't shot since 2018 basically, when it was with the last performer. That was terrible. And only since then it's been with like normal guys, you know, the basketball players, next door neighbors, you know, whatever it was. So now I'm shooting with a porn star, and it's just like the most disrespectful sex I've ever had in my life. I mean, like, I started bleeding. Like, you can't post that on OnlyFans. Like, you can't.
It was that much blood.
Yeah, and so he took my blanket, my pink blanket off of my office bed, wiped my pussy blood away, and kept fucking me. And I'm like, shouldn't we stop? Like, I can, like, clean myself up and come back. Like, it's fine. And he's just, no, I'll edit it out.
What the fuck?
So I haven't really shot since then. I've shot with, like, girls and, of course, like, average guys.
Such a consistent thing with porn is that there are so many great people in porn, so many people that are in it for money or because they just genuinely enjoy sex, but just there is always going to be a chunk of the people in porn who get into it for the worst possible reasons.
Yeah, so I took some time off, and then I was like, you know, like, the times have changed. It's content trades now. I don't have to have an agency to work with like bigger people, so I'm full force into like the high end side is what I would call this, I guess. Like, not the little creators at home with their little tripods and stuff.
We're somewhere between like random creators and like full browsers level.
Yeah,
shoot,
well,
I
you
think.
have to have an agency damn near for that. So, but
Right.
like, if they don't, hit me up, you know.